Alright, hey everyone. I'm Nick Hamilton, and my project is on an oxygen company that I work for. And their main problem is that the oxygen gauges on the tanks break and they cost a lot to repair. So, over the last couple of years, we've switched different gauges, and now I'm going to figure out if the switch was the correct move using various Excel features that we've done throughout the semester. So as you can see here, this is the old oxygen gauge information. The price per gauge when we had to fix them was $60. Um, I did over the last 4 years, so of both the gauges. So we've switched in 2009 to the new gauges. So as you can see, 2007 and 2008 is the data for the old gauges. Okay, and as you can see here, this is the new oxygen gauge information. The price per gauge is $62. And then this is over the last 2 years, not including 2011. So we have the 2009 and the 2010 data points with the number of gauges that were broke that needed fixing per month. So I combined the two types of gauges, the 2000 through 2007 and 2010. As you can see here, the number of gauges broke. Once again, the old gauges are 2007 and 2008, and the new gauges are 2009 and 2010. So with that information, I created a pivot table, and this just shows the overall numbers for each year and each month per gauge. As you can see, for 2007, there's over 1,300, same as 2008. With the new gauges, they're each over 1,200. So that's good information there. And then the grand total over the last 4 years right there. With that information, I created a comparison, once again using the old gauges and new gauges, and then using the actual prices and seeing how much money that we lost with broken gauges. As you can see with the old gauges, it's almost 60,000, and with the new gauges, it's almost 155,000. So we are saving a little money, or we have saved a little money over the last 2 years, but it's not significant. And here's a graph that just shows the difference since we switched. And then this part of the table deals with the old gauges and the new gauges. Once again, the price, the month, and then the average. The average fixes per month through the 2 years of each. So through the old gauges, 2 years, and then the average per month, and then the same with the new gauges per month over the last 2 years. Um, and then with that, I created a scenario which would be the most viable per month because of the temperature does affect the gauges. Probably should have mentioned that earlier. So, for example, January on average, there's 117 that need to be fixed. That's 7,020 dollars. And then for the new ones, there's an average 121 that need fixing, with the average price of 7,500. So, for the example, for the month of January, it would be uh, viable or financially responsible to go with the old gauges for the month of January and not the new gauges. With that being said, I also, with the scenarios, I did create a what if analysis with the scenario manager. And as you can see, if the prices do change, for example, a price drop of the old gauges, you can show that switches everything, and if the prices do drop, it does change the effect on the different months. And then I created multiple different ones. depending on what the prices could change. So in conclusion, the as of now, the new gauges are better financially for the company, but however, like I just showed you with the scenarios, that could change if prices change, for instance. So it all depends on where the prices go from there. But as of now, the company has made the correct move by switching to the new gauges. They cost more, but however, we're saving more, so it's a win-win. And that should do it. Thanks.